To more rains of winter, snow of winter, I guess. To recall mostly what happened previously, we didn't really spend too much time in this cool place called Heldren. We kind of got into town, made a couple of names, visited a few places. The very first rumor that came by was this guy was having crop trouble, and since you guys are troubleshooters, you went to investigate. Turns out there's some winter hijinks going on nearby in a place called the Borderwood. So you went there to check it out, and there was some pretty bad shenanigans going on. You found a non sequitur of a wagon that had been attacked, and there was a single lone survivor who was nearly frozen to death. He told you that he was attacked by bandits and then forest fae, or icy evil fae that came out of the woods and jumped everybody. Nearly froze everyone to death except for him, who would probably not have survived if you hadn't have showed up when you did. And they dragged a noble woman into the forest. Her name is Lady Argentea.
Adam, did he say there were sequential attacks, or they were together in one group?
They were in the same group. Well, the bandits came out at first, and then once that fighting started, the Fae kind of jumped out of nowhere and started freezing people.
But they seem to be on the same side.
That is fairly safe to assume. If not, they coordinated their attack pretty well.
Cool.
Whoops. You decided to chase after him into the woods, maybe to rescue this lady. Maybe there's a reward. Who knows? You're just all good people and want to save things. Also, let's see. Maris is fairly certain that this weather is extremely abnormal, so heading into the depths of it might be useful.
Cool. Sounds good.
And then also now there's a winter witch here, which I don't want to go into the logistics of where she came from.
What's her name?
Melindalaura.
Wada?
Melindalaura. Melindalaura.
Maddie.
She goes by Malin or Laura.
Enemies call me Mandy. Friends call me Laura. You're neither, so use the whole phrase, please.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
Maddie.
not going to happen.
Amur growls at you.
Which one are you? Are you the lion or the tiger?
Yes.
I'm really confused.
Or the bear.
Or the bear.
I'm not the bear. I'm the other two.
Oh my.
Okay, so
Wait, hold on. I didn't even realize that we're lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, that's amazing.
it did work out that way. Well, Rakshasas are more tigery than beary, but I like it for the thematicness of lions, tigers, and bears. One of the things, so when you did head into the woods, you came across what looked to be like a discarded treasure chest that had maybe fallen off the back, or they had discarded. It turns out it was trapped and empty, but you found a cache of supplies that were buried under it, which is more than you guys really want, but is loot.
I can hold on to it.
I think the simple thing to do would be to, acknowledge it's here, maybe move it and hide it somewhere else, and just pick up the handful of things you need, that are immediately useful. More swords, crossbow bolts, things like that. So that kind of logistics is handled, and I assume, will head down in more deeply. It's kind of hard to tell which direction to go, but you do have a fairly easily followed trail, basically horse tracks and footprints from whoever these bandits were. seem there definitely were more than the amount of horses that you found dead that would have been carrying this caravan, so they probably stole some of the horses as well. And horses are very easy to follow in snow. I believe the DC is I have eyes.
Wait, so they've met me already, Adam?
Yes, that's happened. I don't want to deal with that. Not in session 2.
Cool.
The snow starts getting really, really deep. And you survival folks can tell that it's not. It's the reason it's starting to get deep here isn't necessarily because you're getting closer to the center of this horrible snowstorm, or you're figuring out what the problem is. It's mostly due to just the geography of the forest. You're in some kind of like a gully or a ridge or something where the snow has been like piled up based on the wind and such. And it's not really snowing here, but there's kind of like stiff gusts of wind, not a solid breeze. And they occasionally knock piles of snow off of the trees, which are assuredly going to die from this. Well, maybe not. We're in a place where it snows sometimes. And but when the snow falls on the ground, it just kind of like clumps up and makes this like weird, like hissing sound. It's not desperately cold, but it is like just below the threshold of freezing, where the snow's not going to go anywhere.
Oh, well, this is lovely. I wonder what's going on.
Just like home.
This is home. Who are you?
Right, you're going along through this gully, you're kind of trudging through, and you just to give you a little bit of mechanical description, if you were to try and like move through this snow in a combat sense, it would be extremely difficult, like up to, you know, maybe a handful of squares of movement, depending on the square at worst. Like some of it's some of it's difficult terrain, some of it's like gonna be 4 squares of movement, stuff like that. You can't really tell because the terrain is basically obscured by the snow, so it's hard to tell how deep it is in any given place.
I guess we go slow.
Yeah. You take your time, you're being reasonable. You're also trying to keep aware of what's going on, because there may be bandits and monsters running in these woods. How about a perception check?
Oh, here it is.
Nice. There's bandits and monsters around.
I have no idea how to roll perception. I don't know how to use the character sheets.
All right, do you have your sheet? Have your sheet pulled up, go to the skills tab, and hit the little button by perception.
Pull mine for me, I'm having issues.
Yes, sir. Your name is Ordu. Ordu's perception roll is a 9. Cool.
Wait, Ace, you're totally... Oh, Ace, you have 2 characters. Okay, no worries. She stole the name Barnabas. I'm just saying.
I named both of my bunnies Barnabas. I have one here and I have a bard bunny. Get off my back, Sasha.
Barnabas Harrigan.
Oh, I was called Harrigan. Anyway, moving on.
All right, I would like Ace and Sasha and Jared to give me a roll off here. Give me a d20 roll and
D20?
yeah, and hope you. All right, bad news.
You rolled a d2.
Not a 2, guys.
Oh, still not a 2, but still pretty bad. As you're passing through this like snowdrift in the gully, and something there is a very well hidden Arctic predator that is going to jump out and give you guys a bad time. Sorry for the surprise.
Oh well.
These things happen. So you guys should be on the top rightish of this map here. Oops, you're still unnamed hero. I want you guys to arrange yourselves however you like.
Not to be rude or anything, Adam,
Yeah.
but I'm not seeing anything. Like, I'm just seeing a plain black blank screen.
Did you
Go to the
scroll
top
all
right.
the way to the right and to the top?
Let me make sure.
Ah.
Yeah, you should be able to see. You have vision.
I see it, but it's really low res version for some reason.
Try zooming in and out.
There's some cool hotkeys. If you hold Alt and mouse wheel, it'll zoom in and out. If you hold Shift and mouse wheel, it'll scroll left and right. So to
Is there a way to make it scroll up and down?
just mouse wheel by itself, no buttons.
Okay, I think I got it figured out.
So you're basically heading in a south direction, so it looks like good old Proud Lion is leading the way, which makes sense. And you're trudging through the snow, trying to move as
Making space for everyone else.
efficiently as you can.
Well, the heat is in the very sod of this footsteps that whatever it is.
When basically this thing does a like leaping kind of charge out of the snow. Look, hello, it's a thing, and it's basically it's going for I don't know how to say your tiger.
Alyosha.
Ayosha. It charges it
Alyosha.
and we'll get. He's gonna have a surprise round. Hey, you can't be surprised, can you, Mr. Diviner?
Scrivener is not in the game anymore.
He is.
Yeah, I am.
Is Jared here?
Here.
Oh, okay.
He said he was gonna be here.
Not bad.
He was gonna quit, and then his schedule changed.
That's awesome.
So you guys go ahead and do initiative rolls, and I'll roll for you Ordu. But there's going to be a surprise round, which the monster thing and
Oh.
Folren can both act in.
I didn't have my dude selected. Can you give me
Yeah.
a turn? I guess.
Ugh,
Sorry.
you're the one that knows the best.
I know. That's why. So I feel the worst.
Oops.
Hey,
Yeah.
wait a minute. I'm supposed to have a bigger bonus than that, Adam.
You have a +4?
No, I have a +8. My bunny gives me another +4.
Oh. It gives you a +4? Holy moly.
Yeah, it's the same as the scorpion. But I like bunnies better.
Same as improved initiative too.
Okay, well,
They're also fuzzier.
you can go into your sheet and fix it. I'm going to change it on the initiative counter here. 11.08. God. Why do you guys nerd out over high initiatives? Christ.
Well, I mean, I really didn't have to.
Alright, and that's everybody except for... Maris.
Scaramucci made it a whole week. It's pretty impressive.
Are you a cat folk, Sasha?
I'm a tiefling.
That's-
Rakshasa tiefling.
Oh, makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny because the Rakshasas in Pathfinder, they're like lizard people.
That
Are
is
they?
not true.
I've
that's
seen
the-
2 of them, and they've both been lizards. So
That's crazy.
They can do whatever they want. They have
Okay,
features.
Oh, I roll for the monster. Hey, that's important.
are you? Is that a Johnny from like Magic? Is that your
Maybe.
picture? Yeah.
It's not who I'm actually building at all, but it's fine. It kind of is. Wow.
I thought you said a Johnny, as in like the type of player, the Johnny.
From Magic.
Yeah,
No,
well, I mean,
a
yeah.
Johnny the Planeswalker,
High-
the
high
Lion
main,
Man.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I also the player type as well.
It's a good type to be.
Which
So-
is the Johnny style again? I forget.
I thought the Johnny was like the big combo player.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Okay, so Folren, you can see that there is something about to happen here, and this thing is. Ooh, I guess I'm moving back where it was. About to. Something's up. Your divination sense is tingling.
I knew this would happen.
So you have an action.
Yeah, let me. What is the range? How perfectly far away? I'm going to Acid Splash.
And it's still mostly buried in snow, so it's gonna have like a teensy bit of cover.
I'll go miss anyway.
Oh, okay.
I actually rolled okay.
What are you talking about this anyway?
'Cause I rolled an 18. Like, I mean, just that's what I gotta do. Do I roll like
No.
a D100 or What's up?
4.
okay? So it's not concealment. It's
No, it's just straight cover. Well, I mean, a concealment
Okay.
makes sense too, but you know what? This thing's gonna do some hurting, so I'm not gonna make things too bad. It basically is going to make a charge action against your tiger.
You really hate my tiger, don't you?
It's just because he's up front. With a 16 to hit flat-footed armor class.
I assume it's a yes.
Assume I don't know what his armor class is off the top of my head,
Yeah.
but if it does hit, it does. Oh man, I really do hate your tiger. All right, so we knocked your tiger out.
How much damage?
Does 10 damage to it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's probably the tastiest looking one of us.
And it definitely is holding it like this was an ambush attack. It's like since it's unconscious and overpowered it's not doing anything else. To describe this thing, it's basically a big medium-sized snake monster with these 2 arms on the front of it, but it's like this huge, like draconic looking thing.
The Snow Nagashi.
So round 1, Ordu, you are up. This thing,
You got a charge lane.
you can't charge. It can move through the snow, but you don't have a charge lane. Each one of these squares of snow is deceptively deep, and I can't tell you how many squares it's going to be until after you commit to it.
That's fine. I'm not sure why I was that far back in the back anyway, as I was kind of doing the scouting thing before, but whatever. I will turn off Bare Nose as a swift or free action. I can't remember what it is. And then as a move action, I'll turn on Bare Arms. And then as a standard, I will move toward the beast as far as I can go.
What's your speed?
Is it a Arcana thing
What do you mean Arcana?
for knowledge checks?
This will be Knowledge Arcana.
Well, fuck that.
What's your speed?
30.
You are able to make it basically 1 square as you push through all that snow.
Oh dear.
Well, balls. in the
Oh
air.
bear.
Oh, bear. Folren, you're back up.
Oh. I wish I maybe taken another actual damage spell. Magic Missile's a good spell. I wish I took it.
You didn't see it coming.
Well, just do what I can. Oops. I didn't do very much.
No.
And
That's
I'll probably
good.
just stay put.
Okay. Amur, I am not meaning to pick on your tiger.
Can I ready a full round action, or do I have to only ready
You
standard?
can only ready standard actions.
Okay, I'll move up. I don't think I can 5 foot, right?
No, you can't 5 foot anywhere.
Okay, I'll go here, so I'll move up there. Does he have reach?
He doesn't.
Cool. And then I'll punch him with my Morning Star.
Get punched. Can you... Okay, 21. If you guys don't mind when you do roll dice that are like attack rolls and things, can you go ahead and call out the attack number just because I'm usually not looking at the chat log?
Sure.
But yeah, that hits. And
6 damage.
does pretty good damage. Doesn't seem to have any special resistance to that whatsoever, so pow.
Cool.
Tiger's gonna be dying, I guess. That's. Can you roll to stabilize?
Yeah, I'll do it. Oh.
Okay, and surprise witch.
Is this thing flying at all?
No, it doesn't seem to have any kind of wings or anything. It's just basically a snake with like almost a dragon's face and 2 big muscly arms.
Okay.
It's
Slumber Hex, DC
Yeah.
14.
It's definitely Arctic-y. All right,
Okay.
we'll save DC 14. It passed. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I will move back.
Okay. And you guys can back up farther than that if you need to. Just that's outdoor maps have no bounds whatsoever. Maris.
Is the tiger still bleeding? I'm sorry, I couldn't quite hear.
Yes.
Yeah. It is in this
Okay.
thing's. It is in this thing's mouth. It's
Well,
actually it's grappling it.
That's really unfortunate. Well, I will cast Stabilize on it.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. It is going to.
I stay as far back as I can. Thank you very
It's
much.
going to do something that will provoke from you, Amur.
Okay.
Basically, it is going to be. It's trying to pull your tiger away. It's just going to drag it out. It seems that this was like.
14 to hit.
Since motive, it's getting
If it's grappled, it has a -4, I believe. AC. 14 to hit, and then there's a -4
yeah.
if he's grappled. And then that's
Well-
8 damage.
It's not a -4 to AC. It's a -4 to Dex, which is a -2 to AC. But -2 to AC is enough to hit it. Yeah. So you bop it for 8 damage.
Up on the nose.
But he's bopped, and he is going to make a drag combat maneuver. Drag with a 20 to beat his CMD, which I'm guessing probably is fine.
You are correct.
And it's going to just kind of slide through this snow back a little bit, and then like start trying to climb a tree.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious that this, not knowing what this necessarily was, it's definitely an ambush predator. So now it's up in the trees, or attempting to be up in the trees. It hadn't really gained any ground. Ordu, you're up.
Well, balls and wieners. This is fuck. It's gonna be difficult. I will pull out as a move action my crossbow, and I guess loading it's a move action as well. Right?
Yeah. You can have it
fucking
loaded. I mean, that's not sensible, but that's fine.
Well, I can't get over there. for like 18 turns because it's so fucking snowy. I will do that. I pull out my crossbow and load it
Okay. Folren,
with bare hand.
bare hands.
A knowledge check is a standard action, correct?
It's a move, I think.
That was a free action. On
Well,
your
it's a free action unless you like need to make more, I think.
Oh, well, I mean, I think I have knowledge arcana. I'm a wizard. I should have that.
That's sensible.
Yeah, I do.
This is literally a dragon. It's something called a Tetzelworm, which I didn't realize were real things, and they tend to be depicted as cats with snake bodies. It's got a cat head and a snake body, which is super cool.
I hate
Yeah.
to see cat-on-cat violence.
How do you spell it? Tetzelworm?
Tetzelworm.
Q-U?
I'm
Like-
not telling you how to spell it. You don't.
Well, Folren would probably know, right?
Can you give me another sheet, another journal sheet, please?
Oh, sure. What do you want to know about this thing, buddy? You can ask me 2 things about it.
What it would be afraid of. I'm not sure if that is in the adventure path.
So, like, its weaknesses, that seems to be a good way to parse that. What would it be afraid of? And it doesn't particularly have anything, just, extreme violence. It's not weak to anything in particular.
Is it immune to cold? Can you ask that?
You could ask its immunities, yeah, its defenses.
Sure, yeah.
Typically, no. This one might be because it seems to be like arctically natured, but typically they're not. You don't expect this one is. It just might be acclimated to cold weather. You know for sure they're immune to paralysis and sleep. Typically, no, they're not. They're not immune to cold. They don't tend to actually, as most dragons have a elemental energy type. These don't. So you suspect cold would work.
And so that was just a free action?
Yeah.
I'm going to just try and move down 1 as a move action.
Okay. So because that tree is there, it's a little bit easier. That took 15 feet of movement.
How about that? If I'm unable to do it, I do want my standard action. If I cannot do that as a move action, then I'll just go stay where I am.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You're done with moving now.
Okay. I will attempt to Acid Splash
Hey.
for damage.
This time it does have concealment though, so I'm gonna roll a 1d100, and if it's 81 to 20, you miss. No, 0 to 20. 1 to 21. Success. Way to go. Amur, it is maybe
Can I
gonna
get
escape.
to it in 1 turn?
What'd you say?
Can I get to it or not? How far is it to get there?
What's your speed?
30.
You'll be able to move 2 squares, but once you get in the trees, it actually is easier to move around in.
So I can't get into combat range of it.
Not with a single move action.
So I'm just thinking about what I do here. I will.
Throw a rock at it. -4.
I will pull out action, summon an eagle on top of it.
You gonna start summoning?
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie.
No, I'm not gonna do that. No, I'll just move towards it. I'll
Okay.
double move.
Alright.
It's grappled, and I'll provoke an A off.
Okay.
I'll put it as close to it as I can, so it can't walk away with my tiger.
It does have these big, wicked claws and such, but it doesn't take a swipe at you for some reason. Seems like it's more focused on just getting away from all this. It is not doing any more damage to the tiger. It's more focused on just carrying it away, so the tiger stays stabilized, and Melindalaura is up.
Alright, I'll move up one. And I'll throw a snowball at him.
You think this is daytime throwing snowballs?
It's a magic snowball.
Mine hurt a little bit more. Where the fuck are my spells? I hate the character sheet.
They're in the spells tab. That makes sense, right?
Sure.
I hate you.
Well, you didn't miss due to concealment, so missing's all on you.
Fuck, I forgot I had a sling. I could have just thrown a rock at him earlier.
Cool, I pushed the wrong button, I guess.
Well, no, that's the description of the spell. Go to your attacks tab and just do a ranged attack roll. But I did need to know what that fort save was. So it's good that you did hit that.
Well, no, it's a touch. It's a ranged touch. So how do I?
Hit ranged,
touch.
and I know what his touch
Yeah.
AC is.
Cool.
Fort save was a 22, so you hit the trees real hard.
Yeah.
What's the trees for? Too.
Is it a plant or is it an object? Maris, you're up.
So we're considering this difficult terrain. I'm sorry, I think I've missed what's the terrain situation.
It is extremely difficult terrain insofar as you don't
That
know.
also isn't correct. I have a dexterity of 16. I don't know why. It's only a +2.
I mean, I could have gone over this stuff if, I didn't get your character sheet 3 minutes ago.
Right, but you didn't ask for a corrected one until, this morning, so that's not really on me.
Kinda.
This morning is, yeah.
Right, but I have, a job, so...
Sunday at 7:50 p.m.
That's okay. Regardless, even with a higher dex, that still missed.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Come in. To describe
Wow.
the terrain situation, it's extremely difficult insofar as because the ground is buried in snow, I can't guarantee how many squares of movement it is per square. Some of it, it's anywhere between normal 5 feet as up to 20 feet of movement per square.
Okay. Daniel, Ordu is still there in that spot?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna move. Can I move to here without using my full movement?
That is 15 feet.
Okay, that's fine. Cast magic weapon on whatever Ordu's weapon is.
Sweet.
So that gives you a +1. And
Yay!
What you're using it on your sling or your crossbow?
So that's in my hand, so I'm assuming that's what she's gonna target.
I don't think magic weapon can work on your hands unless you're a monk.
You need greater magic weapon.
The crossbow is in my hand, so
Oh.
I'm assuming that's what she's doing.
That sounds good. All right. This thing is going to basically keep on dragging. It's going to try and climb up out of the tree.
Provoke?
Yeah, because it can't. It has to use drag action.
Oh, no.
So it can't disengage.
My tiger's going away. I can't keep up with it.
Yay, blue screen of death.
Okay. Yeah. He. It basically just climbs up the tree and gets out of melee range. But it's basically gone straight up, so it's going to be in that same square. Whoa, this combat got complicated. Ordu, you're up.
Well, my computer just restarted on the blue screen, and my laptop's still having connection issues. So roll an attack roll with crossbow, and factor in whatever things that you need to do.
You hit
Wouldn't be a lot,
seven-
I don't think.
17 to hit. Let me roll concealment.
It's got a +1 to hit, +1 to damage from the magic weapon bonus.
Ooh, perfect 100 on damage. Ordu snipes this thing through the trees. And
I dealt 100 damage.
Amur, give me a reflex save.
I'm working on it. I don't know how to find them.
It's in defenses.
There it is. Go. I catch
Perfect.
my tiger.
You catch your tiger.
Oh, jeez.
That's
I like that it was.
I take a reflex save to catch my tiger.
I do like that it is written out if someone knocks the monster out while it's in the tree, that what the DC for the reflex save is to not smash yourself on the ground.
I love it. I will cure light wounds on my tiger. That was interesting. Oh, I know what it is.
Yeah, so you catch your tiger, it falls to the ground in a pile.
And I give it 5 HP. Poor thought Josh.
Yep, one of the channel's sister, since I'm a little hurt and the tiger's a little hurt and someone else is a little hurt.
No, that was the thingy. First, I murder the Tetzel one.
Yes.
Well, I actually can, not hit everyone with my channels, but
Look at you being a good cleric. Fine.
I mean, I appreciate the concept.
Channeling, such an easy spell.
If this line doesn't kill it, Folren definitely will.
He's dead.
Are you one of those violent book wizards?
He hit it. He hurt a cat. Folren takes umbrage.
The protector of cats. Cool. So that just seems... you get a good look at this thing, maybe drag it out into the ground, and it's definitely not anything that should be around here. You can tell that it is acclimated to the cold more than usual.
Everyone gets 3 back in hit points.
Cool.
Because level cleric.
Do it. There we go.
So you're not sure what this thing is doing in here. But as a cat or a dragon, a small dragon, it's definitely... it fights like a cat. It tried to basically pounce on something that appeared to be weaker and unarmored and drag it away. The plan failed when you guys all fought back. To give you more stimulus of things to do at this point, you still have a trail to follow, which basically kind of goes down this way.
We go this way.
Yeah,
We go the other way.
that's cool.
To avoid the trap you set up for us.
I mean, you don't have to follow the trail, that's fine. Actually, that's true. If you do
Can
want,
we?
you're heading
Sorry.
you're heading in kind of a like west-ish kind of direction in general. Like you go south around this and it bends to the west. But you're welcome to strike out in any direction you choose, because there's plenty of
East.
there's plenty of interesting things in this forest.
Can we possibly take the dragon body to harvest later?
Yes.
Sure. It doesn't seem like it's the kind of it's got more snake skinny thing, but the head might be like pretty valuable as far as like a trophy. It doesn't seem like it's like either big or mature enough to be like skin harvested. It's not something you're gonna make dragon hide out of.
I know, but I have a cauldron and I like to throw stuff in it, so...
Well, yes. Fortunately, it will keep pretty well in this frozen tundra of a snow forest.
Yeah.
Shawl.
So if you keep following along the path instead of going east, which I am supposing was Law JK's,
Yes.
you start to hear this weird kind of tinkling noise. It definitely sounds like wind chimes or rattling things. and it's definitely in response to these gusts of winds that happen every now and then. Before too long, oh man, I can't remember what anybody's name is. Before too long, you start to notice in Melindalaura especially, you note that there are little, there's these little kind of bundle things wrapped, hanging from tree limbs in various places. And they're not hidden, but you wouldn't really notice them unless you knew to look for them. And you can tell that they are definitely witchy kind of things. Little bundles of feathers and bones that are hanging from branches that are kind of swaying and shifting with the wind, making very familiar and comfortable tinkling bone sounds.
If Yoshi's at full HP, I burn another Cure Light Wounds.
And these little fetishes are stuck through with little small pins and pieces of leather that are kind of wrapping bundles of feathers and bones together.
That's weird.
This is all sorts of gross.
It looks like there's like frozen birds that have been kind of taken apart and wrapped around.
I detect magic on it.
Sure. They don't appear to be magic, other than the sense of magic and wonder you have at how weird witches are.
Witches, man, they're the worst. I like killing them.
Excuse me, you're very rude. I don't think I'll be healing you.
I don't think you're gonna be healing anyone.
I have a healing spell.
Oh, okay.
So that's some information.
Cool. That's creepy and interesting. We continue to upwards.
Definitely creepy.
Continue down this way.
So we are heading west.
Westeros. Yeah,
Which
I mean,
way
we're
is
done-
west?
We're done with this map, so don't worry about it. Yes, I think we are. Yeah, we're
It
done.
just seems like there's a whole lot of map left.
Okay. So I'm gonna do some manipulations here. I'm gonna just pile everybody up. And go somewhere else. I'm really a big fan of starting these encounters immediately up in the top right of things. So when this thing loads in. Oh, but I think I may have done this map wrong. Ugh.
I mean, I see a bunch of snow and trees. So far, so good.
There we go. Boom. It's just too big. All right, so you're heading west. There's these little crow things. They're getting denser and denser, and it's definitely uneasy and unsettling. And you start to hear that very ominous and sinister kind of child laughing fey noise. Giggles and like hushed kind of sighs.
I'm gonna put on a pair of earplugs if I have any. I'm gonna make a pair of earplugs out of some dirt.
I'll stick some carrots in my ears.
Yep.
I do the smart thing and grab some moss off of a tree and do the same.
I'm
I
not
don't,
smart.
I don't actually stick carrots in my
I'm
ears.
just charming.
Well, there are some mechanical implications of these actions, so if you're going to
Correct.
commit to it, go for it.
I do.
Okay. What about you, Melindalaura?
I'm checking Snowball real quick. Hold on.
Snowball. You're checking for that big V.
It does have a V, so I'm not going to do that. Apologies.
Good call. Give me another perception check. Daniel, are you back?
I mean, not really, no. I mean, I'm here on Discord, but none of my computer keeps blue screen crashing, and my laptop just refuses to stay connected or have a good connection. So
Do
I'm
you
basically
do you want to more intentionally be at the front of the line right now? Just because I know that you didn't get the opportunity to be closer last time.
yeah, just put me up there with the tiger. That's fine.
Okay, and
I'm just trap spotting.
So, those crow things,
Mhm.
are there more, like, is it pretty, are there more of them to the south or to the east?
They're
I
just
guess,
hanging
or
all
is
over.
that-
They're hanging all over the trees. Basically, you started encountering them, but now they're just kind of in a very dense. There's a lot more than you are comfortable with here.
Okay.
I'll put a good one.
Well, I mean, one of them is more than I'm comfortable with, but...
Yeah, but there's not more than like a dozen or so that you can see here. It's just this is a part where the like little part of the trail here kind of opens up a little bit, so they're all around in the clearing.
I miss one. I try again. I miss one. I try again. I spend a few minutes shooting slings at them and failing miserably.
Shooting slings, man! You're just,
Wow.
you
are you
realize
a D20?
you realize all of these bullets are getting lost in the woods, right? Because these are unrecoverable.
Not bullets. These are raw bullets. Whatever they're called. Natural ones. I didn't have money to buy real bullets. These are rocks.
Right.
I could have
You
rocks.
start to see lights kind of flickering here and there in the trees on either side of you and ahead of you.
Spooky. I draw my Morning Star and ready for combat. Oh, is this firmer ground over here?
Yeah, the snow's not quite as deep here. It's not really difficult terrain. It looks like you're walking on like a very, very shallow frozen stream. It's not enough to be dangerous, but it's enough to like maybe running and charging would be difficult, but normal movement wouldn't be so bad. All right, things start happening now. So because Folren, you can't be surprised, and nobody managed to make perception checks except for Folren and Maris.
When did you ask for a perception check?
Like a minute ago.
A little while ago.
No, the last one I heard was from that first combat we had.
Then get the dirt out your ears.
Oh, you can't even hit buttons anyway, sorry. I should not be taking that out on you, Mr. Computer Problems. Ordu's perception is not enough to make a difference.
Okay.
17.
I didn't notice something with 23.
You didn't, because they're tiny pixies that are hidden in the woods. So here we go with another surprise round of initiative. Combat is fine. I told you this is going to be kind of a slog. But these are all the defenses.
How do I move the... Oh, I know where it is. There it is.
Ugh, my script is wrong. guys are knocked out immediately, just knocked unconscious. Because you're overwhelmed with what is very apparently a color spray.
Oh.
Can we see the direction in which it's coming from?
It came out of this square. You see that there is a little tiny pixie person who is holding their hands out in the trees. And Folren, you are able to react in the surprise round.
What?
Okay. Well, shit. Well, I mean, they might not have much health. I also really don't like. I'll set a test volley. I guess.
You want to do a knowledge check first, or
You
do you have
knowledge
a
check.
knowledge?
Okay.
I'm not a knowledge. I don't have knowledge at the moment, so.
It is like Arcana.
It is not Arcana. It is nature, because this is a Fae.
Oh nope, ain't me.
Okay. Well, you do.
I can do it on my turn.
You do not manage to crit confirm it, but you do blast it with an acid splash, and and takes damage. It is not deep enough in the trees to really be concealed.
I was hoping they'd have less health than that.
Anything else? Surprise round, I can't do anything else. Which is good, because the one next to you is going to hit you with a color spray as well as Ordu. Pew!
I've got a +8 versus color spray,
Specifically color spray?
but only like half the colors, not all of them.
What?
I rolled you an 11.
Just well. Jesus fuck.
All right,
we all
there-
just,
Rip party.
yeah, no, we all just died. I fucking hate color spray.
Alright, I gotta roll some dice here.
I cannot wait to be unconscious for 8 rounds.
Alright, I'm gonna add some counters here.
Or no. 3d4 plus 1?
Alright, so...
Hopefully they can't kill me in 13 turns.
Hopefully. Alright, and now we're in regular combat. Ordu, you are unconscious, unfortunately.
Okay. Do I get a roll? We'll say in my turn?
Now, in casting from those squares, since they did not see them, they do not get an attack of opportunity for the spell casting.
They were invisible.
Go
Effectively invisible. They were stealthing.
Okay, so back to my question. Is this the kind of sleep where you get a will save at the end of the turn? Or not?
No, it's color spray. You were just out for turns.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go play another game. Bye, guys.
I just wanted to get this over with real fast.
He's out.
And they start giggling and laughing. There's a third one in at the head of the woods here, who just kind of calls out to just turn back, turn back, turn back. You'll be frozen to death. Mostly at the ladies at the back of their line. And basically just seems to wait.
Myris, can you hit anything?
Not very well. I can certainly try.
Okay, that's better than what I can do. I have an idea.
Diplomacy and wait till we wake up. Best I can offer.
I mean, I don't really have much in the way of combat abilities.
Me neither.
And you've used a decent number of spells already, haven't you?
Yeah, we've had 2 fights so far. I mean, I still have most of my spells left. I used 3 channels. I have 2 channels left.
I am very comfortable with making sure you guys are aware that there's not any pressure to continue and press forward. If you guys need to back off and camp or even go back to town, don't feel bad about that. Like, we are not in a rush. This is not a PFS scenario, and we can hash it out as much as we need to. So if you guys need to take a break and chill, that's probably fine. Within, a certain amount of reason. If it takes you a month to come back here, well,
we're gonna go do random encounters until we're level 2, and then we'll try again.
Come back. The one on the left, which is your right, I guess, is it pulls out this little teeny cute little pixie bow, and it takes a shot at Maris, and it just kind of giggles maniacally as it does so. And
I hate fairies.
it hits you for a 10. Or sorry, it doesn't hit you for a 10. It's a 10 versus AC. Sorry.
That does not.
I was about to say.
10 points of damage at this level? Like, I'm screwed.
Alright, and you guys have been unconscious for 1 round. Melindalaura.
Alright, let's talk about this. We obviously intruded and we're sorry. Is there anything that we can do to ease this situation? Diplomacy?
Sure, go for it. The one at the head of it, it's like, you can run away if you don't want to die, or we can freeze you to death, because that's more fun for us.
Well, darling, I think that's where you're wrong. I can't be frozen. You can try, though.
We get real cold.
It's okay. I'm immune. So that's a standard, right?
That was pretty casual.
Okay. Alright. I guess, do you want to fight Maris or not?
Well, I'm a trifle pissed off that they knocked my brother unconscious, but I'm not really sure that I'm qualified to take on 3. Actually, I don't know what the hell these things are.
Nature.
Can I do a knowledge nature check?
Not yet. We haven't gotten up to you yet. We're still in the first round.
Yeah, so I really can't do anything, but I want to know what these are before.
I can do a knowledge. I didn't know I had nature. Let me try. Sorry.
Nature.
Damn it. I'm rolling my terrible rolls go from table to internet. It doesn't change at all.
A 1 isn't enough to, explicitly make you fail, but a 9 is enough for you to know that they're not. They definitely are fairies, and they seem pretty mean.
Does this one have cover from me?
From where you're standing, it has concealment, but not cover.
And here?
Go 1 square down and you're fine.
Here?
Amur's not in the way, he's prone.
Right. I don't know if I want to be this close, though. But you said all this is ground, right?
It's good enough for combat, unless you run a charge. Then you need to make acrobatics check.
Okay. I like the idea of cover, so I'm gonna try here. Now I have concealment, and so does she, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yay.
I'll try to. I have 1 snowball left. I can either do that, or I can cast Enlarge. Actually, yeah. Fuck it. I want to see what happens. I'm gonna cast Enlarge on Maris.
Big fish. What a big fish.
Okay.
It's a 1-round casting time, though.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think she can. I'm
She's
outsider.
not a person.
Oh, wait, what are you?
A fish.
I'm an Undine.
Oh, okay.
I'm very, very blue.
I'm just gonna go in the trees and take a full defense.
Okay.
And wait.
Alright, that
Chris,
will...
how much damage do you take?
None. They missed. Folren, you're unconscious. This one's just kind of gonna flutter over this away, ducking in this tree. And It's gonna actually make a stealth check. Skill. It is at -10 because it moved more than its full speed. So number, it is stealth 4 number. So it may or may not be there.
I'm gonna move forward to here, and I'm gonna cast Obscuring Mist.
Nice.
You think they're dead.
Seriously.
I'm not
Yeah.
doing very good at this obscuring mist spell because it doesn't come out of the radius like I want it to. So never mind. Yeah, they're unconscious forever. They died.
What's the radius of it, by the way?
It's 20 foot around me.
Yeah,
So everybody
the problem is I can't use you as an origin. I have to like define it. So it's 40 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40.
it's a 40-foot circle with me in the middle of it, basically. So everyone should be in it because I moved. And I think that it will last longer than Color Spray because I think it lasts a couple minutes per level. It's honestly been a while since I've cast it. I have never played a cleric in like 10 years. So yeah, it's gonna last for a whole minute, which should be plenty of time for these guys to wake up.
All right, Ordu's unconscious. You hear a whole bunch of language at this point, which you may or may not speak. I'm not sure. Language check.
Nope. Amur and Yosha fail.
Aklo, Draconic, Dwarven, Elven, Orc. That's it.
Okay. Unconscious.
I'm guessing no.
None of those things.
I'm assuming they're speaking Sylvan, but that's just a guess.
Yeah, that's a pretty good guess.
Guess who speaks Sylvan?
You can see that there are in the mist. You know, since you can't really see anything except for what's right in front of your face now. There's lots of like colored light that keeps appearing and flitting about.
I can live with that.
Melindalaura.
Okay. I don't know where anybody is. It's all dark. If...
It's more foggy, really.
Do I see anybody outside the mist hole?
No, but if you look inside, you can definitely see that there are about six. There are six just glowing lights flittering about inside.
So I can define one of the glowing lights, yeah?
Yeah, there's
Or can I-
actually there's 3 adjacent to you. Let me make them visible. So there's one to your northeast, one to your direct east, and one to your direct south.
Oh, fuck. I don't know what to do here. I can see them though.
Yes.
I will try to cast. No, no, a hex isn't. So, does a hex provoke attacks of opportunity?
I don't think they do.
I don't think they do either. So I will try to hex the purple one in the middle. Need a will save.
You can immediately tell once you start doing your hex magic that it is not a living thing.
Oh, fucking ghost lights! God damn it! Fine. That's it.
You're still out. You're still forward. You're still out. All right, people on the right, you have been out for 2 rounds. Maris. I don't want to give you too much credit about your actions, but Obscuring Mist definitely is paying the bills.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm good at coming up with stalling tactics. Okay. Can I activate Detect Magic to try to see... These things are fairies, right? So they're kind of... Are they inherently magical? Can I find out where they are roughly based on that?
If they have any current and active spell effects, yes. You don't think that they're inherently magical. But you are fairly certain that the Obscuring Mist is going to make that kind of not super useful.
Right, sort of useless. Okay, so she may do whatever the equivalent of Marco Polo is to try to find Melindalaura, whatever, the witch. And...
Maddie.
Yeah. And, so she'll try to figure out where she is. And, Maris is perfectly willing to kill time until, somebody else...
You did hear some cursing to the left when...
Yeah, so she'll move roughly in a leftwardly direction.
Well, it sounded like it came from the area where the one that was talking to you was, so like on the southwest edge of all the misty mist.
Alright, well, I'll move that over here. Very slowly, and I'm gonna kill time essentially. So I guess I'll just delay. I mean, I don't know if delaying matters considering there's only 2 of us are in.
You may want to acknowledge that you've.
Oh, can I do full defense? Is that a thing?
It's a standard action, but as you kind of shift your way that way, you can tell that there is one south of you.
I don't really know what that means in this game. I've never done it before.
There is one of these fairy things that is kind of free-flying immediately adjacent to you at this point.
Does that mean I can attack it?
If you want to. It's still got concealment, but you can target it.
Alright, well, crap. My weapon is ranged. I will attempt to stab it.
You have friends next to you. Do they have melee weapons you can pick up?
Oh, that's a good idea. Does Ordu have a sword? Can I steal his sword? Dagger, knife.
I have a Morningstar out.
Okay, I'll grab that then. I'm totally not qualified to be wielding this thing.
Alright, well, you're...
Don't you have a Masterwork Dagger? You took the Masterwork Dagger.
Folren took it.
I think Folren took the Masterwork Dagger.
No, you said you took it.
Alright, you've got eyes on this thing, but unfortunately you are out of action economy.
Alright, I will just stand there and look charming.
You mean look menacing?
Something like that.
I hear the clinking of metal and stuff, right?
I mean, yes, but we're also in a combat I was going to say we're in a combat situation, but it's only the 2 of you.
Yeah, exactly. And I know that neither of us are very mechanically equipped.
The only thing that kind of makes this a little bit hard to echolocate is the fact that these things are kind of giggling and laughing in that ethereal, supernatural kind of fairy way.
I'm just like, shut the fuck up!
Sadly, I don't have silence yet.
And they are definitely communicating with each other in Sylvan. Maris, you see a big bright colored light just kind of move in next to you over there, and another one move in. Ooh, let me do this right. Another one can just kind of move in over here. Basically, now that you've ID'd one of them, they just start kind of like all these lights kind of start moving around and swarming you. The one that you do see kind of panics a little bit Man, there are too many tokens. Goodness. It backs up and it blind fires its tiny little bow at you, so you have 50% concealment. Oh wait, they don't have little bows, do they? Yeah, they do. Okay, so concealment is on you. It's on the defender. So give me a D100 roll and hope for good numbers.
I think 50. Oh no.
Okay, it was a 24. Was it 24 to hit?
What?
24 to hit you.
Oh, well, that definitely hits me.
All right,
All day long.
you take 1 point of non-lethal damage and give me a fortitude save. Uh, 20 is good. You can tell that this thing that it didn't shoot an arrow at you. It shot like a little piece of a shard of ice, just like a little pinprick. And you realize that you've seen some of these poking out of the little fetishes and crow bodies that have been hanging around, and it gets supernaturally cold where it like pricked you. But you're too tough for that. So
I will call out that they have some sort of ice poison.
All right, folks on the left, you've been unconscious for 3 rounds. Melindalaura.
All right, I'm just gonna mosey on south because I hear something happening down there.
There's a light next to you.
Do I see a body in it? Because I hit a light last time and nothing happened.
You don't. You just see that there is a big bright blue light.
All right, I will try to go into that square.
Okay. I mean, these things are tiny, so moving in a square is probably not good enough. You can do
Okay.
that whole standard action, wave your arms around thing. And you can pick 2 squares with a standard action and confirm if there's anything in it.
Do I see anything around me now? Anything new?
There is a purple light to your right, and there is a tangible little pixie monster to your southeast.
Okay. Hello. I need a will save.
Yes, ma'am. Here I go, making a will save. I can't find it in the skills list, that makes sense. A 10!
She falls asleep.
So it falls to the ground and goes, "Aw, dip," and passes out.
And I say, it's 5 feet toward me. Just step and try to kill it. I don't know what else to do.
Just step on it. Step on its face.
Step on it. Murder. And Barnabas will do another action and aid my AC.
Does he have the trick to do that?
Does he need a trick to do that? He's a familiar.
Familiars are complicated.
Yeah.
Those are intelligent.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they still follow the rules for tricks.
They're really.
Let me look at his trick list.
Okay. He does his best. Whether that's effective or not will be discussed later. There's some more lights coming in from around you. Maris, you find that you are surrounded by lights at this point.
I would like to pray to Gozreh as a free action.
I love it.
Now 5 feet step down and murder!
That's my plan as soon as it's my
Okay.
turn.
The folks who are Ordu and Folren, you are no longer asleep.
But you're stunned.
You are blind and stunned.
So we got, like, 1 step forward. I hate color spray.
It's one of those TPK spells when bad guys use it, and it's one of those feels badass as a PC spells.
To a certain level, 2.
Alright, I am going to reset this right color spray, so now we can count those rounds. Maris.
Are they conscious? Or are they passed out?
They are
still?
conscious, but blinded and stunned.
And
also
given that we're in obscuring mist, we probably can't tell.
well,
Okay.
you can see that Ordu's coming.
Yeah,
through.
you definitely think they're dead. Because you rolled a
Well, yeah, considering how badly I rolled, Maris thinks Ordu is dead, which is enough to basically put Maris into a berserker rage.
But yeah, you can see and hear Ordu coming to. Folren may be lesser, able to communicate that. But Maris, you have your full turn.
Okay, I'm going to follow the advice of my witch friend and take a 5-foot step forward. And then, when I see the little pixie thing, I'm going to coup de grace it.
Alright, you are attacked. But you do have 20% concealment, so give me that check.
I thought concealment was 50, and then partial concealment was 20.
It is. It's with obscuring mist specifically. If you're adjacent, it's 20%. If you're anywhere else, it's 50%.
There's no AOs when you're having concealment.
Oh well, never mind. You see definitely, Maris, that one of these lights to your right, very ineffectively, you can tell that it's one of the pixies itself, but they are like sending out this really bright light. But it misses you because it can't actually make an attack. All it did was give away its position.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can't use sight while you're more than 5 feet away at all in obscuring mist.
Yeah, this thing was adjacent to you. So I'll make it visible now. Boop. Which you may not be able to see. It's in the square Ordu was.
I will tell the witch that it's there.
Got it.
Does anybody else feel like we're playing that? Do you ever play that game when you were a kid where you play hide and seek in the dark?
That's what we're doing.
Yep.
Does anybody else feel kind of like we're playing hide and seek in the dark?
This is how pixies fight. They just drive you insane. You still got a standard action.
I thought I coup de grace the pixie.
Oh, you did? Okay, well... it might live, maybe? Go ahead
You
and...
have to roll damage.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your crit damage.
Okay, I gotta figure out what I can use to do this with.
The only reason it matters...
The Morning Star, I thought.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
the Morning Star, so it's going to be,
What is
2d8
it?
plus twice your strength.
Okay.
It's a full round action, but not a round action, so it will resolve this turn.
Does it matter that I'm not, like, I don't have proficiency in it?
Doesn't matter. You are going to hit. You are going to do
Yeah.
a critical hit. 2d8 plus twice your strength.
She's only taken a 5-foot step, so she still has a full round
Yeah.
to do the coup de grace.
Very good. So 11 damage, which, yeah, that's enough to not have to worry about this guy anymore.
So yeah, I hit it while,
Is very
Person.
dead. Now you're a dragon slayer and a fairy killer.
Can Barnabas use her little bow to shoot the other one?
Barnabas has a little bow.
She had one, right?
Barnabas has her little bow. Barnabas doesn't have
No.
hands.
He has paws. He can figure, and he has really strong legs. We can figure it out.
The one you hear a very audible and loud gasp that is in Melindalaura's square precisely.
Wait, I can't see it if it's in my square?
They've got some magic things.
I think they have invisibility.
What a shit.
It's not so much invisibility as that they can basically turn themselves into dancing lights. Ordu, you're awake and prone and blind and stunned, so I guess you're not super useful right now.
Thanks for that.
I'm sure you're making him feel really helpful.
You're the
What is
one, almost 1 round to go, buddy.
It's okay, Daniel. It's okay. Oh my
So,
god.
full disclosure, I just played a game of Dota.
Yeah. Yeah. I was not expecting to be the combat-oriented witch level 1. I'm very frightened.
Alright,
I think it's fair to say that neither of us are the two characters who you'd want to be conscious in this.
I don't want to be here.
I didn't ask for this. It's my first day. Alright, so,
Oh shit.
Maris, the shrieky tiny noise, there's a bright burst as it directly enters your square, which will provoke, I guess.
I will swing at it with my new Morning Star that I'm not proficient with.
Wait,
This can't possibly go wrong.
Wait. We can't make attacks of opportunity in the bubble.
Well, it flies in your face and attempts to stab you viciously. It is mad. It is crying. You can't tell what it's saying, though, because it's in Sylvan.
Also, they attacked us! Screw them!
Yeah, there's only so much, like, forgiveness they do. Give me a defense. Give me a concealment check. Even though she is right upon you, it's still...
Morning Stars are simple weapons. You're proficient with them.
Oh, they are? Okay. I didn't realize that. Cool.
Uh-huh.
I just assume most of the good weapons are not simple.
That's why you take a Morning Star. Morning Star and Long Spear are the two best weapons. And
Light,
crossbow.
light mace.
Oh, and if you're not two-handing this, you should be two-handing this. That extra 1 damage, if you have any strength.
If you have any strength.
I have a tiny.
Oh, so it's a creature 5 feet away has concealment, and farther has total concealment. I guess it doesn't have concealment since it's like basically like landing on your shoulder trying to stab you with this little rapier. But it was a 13 to hit.
I fortunately am wearing armor, so
Hey,
no, it does
good
not help
choice.
me.
But yeah, you can tell that this thing has lost its composure. You guys are still asleep. You're dead. All right. You guys are still out. Melindalaura. This thing is basically beating the crap out of Maris, or trying to.
It's not really working, but sure, I need a will save.
Oh, that was the worst thing it could have done, is reveal itself. Ooh, natural 20!
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, you can tell because she is enraged and gets a bonus versus will, right? That's how rage works. Mechanical jokes.
That is not the dick. I will. Barnabas is not going to do anything here. I'm going to do something pretty awful, and I want to see. I want to see what happens. I'm going to drop Barnabas in the square with a passed out pixie. I'm going to give him the fetch command, and he's going to bring her little dead body to me.
Oh. Okay.
I'm going to see if I can distract the pixie at all.
He
I
does.
throw you at it.
Yeah, I mean, that happens. He just brings it to you. No big
Okay,
deal.
good. And I wiggle it in front of her face. And that'll be my turn.
We may or may not be horrible people.
Oh, I'm definitely a terrible person. Everybody else is probably okay, though.
Alright, so one of the other bright lights. Oh my gosh, stack of tokens. Christ-a-moly.
Technically speaking, that's not our fault.
Yeah, I know, right? This one is also going to jump on Maris because it can't see the shenanigans going on over there and attempt to join in this stabbing party. So an 8 to hit. Man, you are just a tank.
That's me, the tank cleric.
Right, Maris, you are covered in pixies. Normally you would be enthusiastic about this, I guess.
Am I up? Okay.
Yeah, you're up.
So I guess I'll take a 5-foot step back to stop being covered in pixies. And then I will swing at the pixies. The pixie that was ping me.
There's one that's
With
really
your-
mad and one that is getting mad as we speak. The new one that entered combat is seeing what's going on. Especially with Melindalaura waving this pixie corpse next to it.
Alright. So I'm gonna try to hit this thing. So
This campaign's I'm having fun now. It's one of those fun combats that are really tedious. It's cool
So
because we can take our time. This isn't society.
I think I miss.
Blame the mist. You missed.
Yeah. I'm totally blaming that. Not, the fact that I'm incompetent at fighting things.
Ordu's like, what happened? Alright, there's a bunch of these things here. Okay, so this one is going to try and violence you because you've taunted it. Okay, so now we need to have a discussion about how do you think, as a campaign and as a group of friends, should we handle critical fumbles?
I love critical fumbles.
Because I do have the Game Mastery critical hit and critical fumble decks, but I think we should have a talk about whether we want to use them or not.
I will just preface this. I support critical fumble. Critical hits is very bad against PCs because it's likely to kill them. So critical fumbles are just amusing. Critical hits, if you do that stuff, just destroys PCs.
Yeah, and I tend
Can I ask an awkward question that will expose my ignorance?
Yes.
What the hell is a critical fumble?
So Game Mastery put out a critical hit and a critical fumble deck. Basically, you have to confirm critical hits like normal and also confirm critical fumbles. Basically, I need to make another attack roll, and if that second roll also misses, then I will draw a card and generate a random effect based on the type of attack it was. So we can do this one here and see what the results are, and kind of use that as a baseline if we think these are cool or not. So rolling to confirm was a 7, which does miss. So I'm going to draw a card right here. This was a melee attack. Melee fumble. It left.
I like the critical fumble deck, but I don't like the fumbles that permanently injure PCs. There's some where you lose a finger, you get -2 forever, and those fucking suck.
Well, we can. Those are things that we can mitigate once we get to higher levels. But so as an example, this one, her attack against you was basically because they're getting mad at you. Wiggling and waggling this corpse in front of their faces, they're losing their composure, and the attack has left her completely unbalanced, wide open, and flat-footed. So she is now flat-footed. And that was the effect of the critical fumble.
So,
I'm down. I'm looking at these. There's nothing that's too broken in terms of messing up our players. You can lose a couple weapons, that's the worst.
I like fumbles better than hits, because hits you have to trade in damage multipliers for better effects. So instead of doing ×2 damage, you do ×1 damage and a card effect. And a lot of times the card effect is just double damage and some minor effect, or it'll be regular damage and some major effect.
I think critical fumbles is cool.
Right, so the color spray on the left is seemingly much more powerful than the one on the right. You guys are still out.
Woo!
Okay,
That'll contribute.
Melindalaura.
now I can see them. They have partial concealment from me, right?
The one in your square does not. It is regular, normal to hit, but
What about the one to the right of me?
it's in concealment, yeah.
Okay.
But
Which
you
one
also,
did I-
One of these you haven't slept yet, and it's the one next to you.
Okay, so I will try that. I need a will save.
I will do my best. 16.
Damn. All right, and then I will 5-foot step out of that square.
5-foot squares never provoke. Tiny creatures are humbled at your size. Folren, you're awake and blind and prone and staggered. You still playing this game with me?
Does it matter?
Good role playing.
I believe you can't even speak when you're stunned.
Okay. Yeah, they're picking on you, Ace. This time it's a 20 to hit. Which
That's gonna hit.
will do a point of non-lethal damage. And give me a fortitude save.
Hello, I'm your host, Amur West. This is an update on the right?
Oh, goodness.
Previous video,
Oh, goodness.
I showed you put a screen on the back of a
You, the little short sword that it stabbed you with is kind of growing out of the wound, the little teeny wound it did in you. It's just kind of growing out into this like freezing kind of problem, which I know you're immune to cold, but it's not cold damage. It's is this a cold effect? Let me look, because maybe you're fine.
and that's get rusty, but they still work.
Somebody has the news on.
Me. I'll mute myself.
It's easier than turning off the news. Let me take a look at what gives you your cold immunity, because you might just be straight up immune to this.
I think I'm only immune to like environmental effects.
No, this is definitely supernatural. Endure elements, cold only. Frost-laced flesh. Change. Oh, so you do have a +2 to save on this, but it isn't. So that's what it is. You have a +2 to save, but it's still cold enough. You are staggered. Which
Only a move action, I believe, for staggered.
only a single action.
Okay.
Nauseated is only move actions. Right hand killer spray. Maris.
Okay.
They're in my square. They're on me.
I can't. Okay. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step forward.
All right, you're adjacent to both of them.
Yeah, and I'm gonna attempt to attack the one that is attacking Melindalaura.
And you're flanking because Barnabas is in my square and he has a natural attack.
So let's see if I can do this competently. The answer is probably not. Oh, it's a 15 to hit.
Probably 17 to hit, which it does have concealment, so let me roll that. So we want 21 or better, and we did, so hit, roll damage.
All right. It was 2d8s, right?
No, 1d8 plus, what's your strength score?
Strength is only +1.
So, yeah, +1. Even if you two-handed, it's still +1.
Five damage.
Neat. You can't see its health because it's on top of you, so I'll move it over there. You did a lot of damage to it.
Isn't that not plus her 1 strength?
Oh, so one more.
Oh, sorry, 6. I'm still getting used to this character sheet, and I'm also using a weapon that isn't in my character sheet.
I like that you just, the obscuring mist completely made this encounter way less dangerous. Good job. Oh man, you guys are having fun.
Yeah, I would still have preferred it if we hadn't needed it, and our colleagues were just not unconscious right now.
Alright, Marin, you're being attacked because you're actually hitting things, so they're kind of coming to their senses at this point. But it's a 6 to hit. Ideally, these things are using their bows, which they're way better with, but they can't.
And I can't use my trident, so we're all, dealing with problems.
Melindalaura.
I can see the one to my right. Can I throw a snowball at it?
It's actually in your square. I just moved it so you can hit you can see its health.
Okay.
But
here, and she'll be there. And then can I throw a snowball at it?
you can, but it's going to have total concealment.
No, it was in my square, so it's only
Oh.
5 feet away from me.
So they don't have partial concealment. So yeah, you can.
Okay, cool.
Let me roll that concealment chance for you here. Yeah, it hits.
Just barely. Fucking for real.
All right,
Damn.
so here we go with the critical fumbles with players. Make that same roll and see if you miss. And you did! So,
Holy fucking shit. Is it like rolling a d20? God. I have not rolled a single double digit. I rolled one double digit and it was a diplomacy check.
All right, so you're fiddling with your spell components as one must to, cast a spell, something that you've probably done hundreds of times, and you manage to, as you're getting your spell components, just kind of like reach around the wrong end of whatever straps are holding it on. I'm assuming that you're bedazzled and bedangled in all kinds of cool straps and gear as if you were a Kingdom Hearts character, and managed to get entangled in your gear.
I don't know how that works, but sure.
I mean, I'm trying to narratize it. Like, you have to reach into your pack and pull out something to do, but you just like
Sure.
something.
Meanwhile, Barnabas will fight it because I don't have anything else to do.
But it won't take you anything more than a standard action to get out of that.
Okay, well, that'll be my next round then, but Barnabas is going to try to bite it.
Does it know the attack trick?
I believe so.
And nothing says deadly.
Oh,
control.
it doesn't. I didn't give it that. Huh. Okay, never mind.
He's like, excuse you, I'm a bunny.
I will give him the defend trick then.
Alright, let's see. Vosi, that's the one that you shot a frost bolt at. Yeah, this combat's getting pretty tedious. You cast Color Spray on round 2, I think. 2 or 3. I should have put a count.
What? Color Spray and Obscuring Mist both running is a tedious fight? No.
I mean, tactically, this is kind of amazing. I know it's tedious, but the reason we gotta kind of punch through it is because there is a very real chance that they could actually freeze you.
Yeah.
So
I'd like to just say.
Oh, wait a minute. I couldn't have fired that snowball. I'm staggered.
Oh, you could have fired it. You just wouldn't have needed to move.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's why you fumbled, because you were like, my body's not working.
No, I think my dice rolls aren't working, but sure.
So it tries to stab you, Laura, with a 15 to hit.
Now, how does the guard trick work? If someone's attacking me, does it attack the person that's attacking me?
Yes, it will on its next available action. So,
Okay.
which will be right now.
Okay. Sorry. Does a what hit me now?
A 15.
Yes.
Well, one non-lethal and another fort save. At +2.
Okay. Another fort save. Yay!
Nice. You may want to keep track of non-lethal damage in one of the other bars.
I keep track of it on paper because
Okay.
non-lethal. I keep track of it. I keep track of most stuff on paper.
Well, it's a little useful to do it on here just so that other people can see what your current status is.
I'm okay. I'm 2/3 down.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 2/3 to knocked out. The bunny will bite.
Please don't fall unconscious. I don't know what I would do if more members of my party were unconscious right now.
He fails.
All right. Oh, sorry, I skipped you, Maris. Maris.
Oh, okay. Can I see any of these things?
There's one on you, and there's one on Malin.
All right, I'm going to attack the one that's on me. So I'm going to take a 5-foot step back and swing at it. Little bastard.
Oh, goodness. Alright,
And I'm going to miss, in case
make-
anyone's wondering.
Make that attack roll again, please.
I forgot I had a quarterstaff. I should probably start using that.
I have a trident, but you can only use it at range. It's 5 foot reach. Which means it's totally useless, and I'm scaring missed.
Oh, goodness. Okay. So that is going to be a fumble, because these things have pretty decent AC for being tiny. And
Being tiny gives you really good AC.
yeah, they so you overswing a little bit, and you manage to kind of clock yourself in the head. Not enough to do any damage, but to give you a pretty wicked ring in your ear. So you have some deafened effect going on for a moment. That's cool. You hit yourself in the head with Morningstar. Waiting.
I'm not qualified to be swinging this thing, is really what we're learning.
This is my favorite online game so far. This is so stupid. Holy shit. Okay.
This is how fairies
This
fight.
is more like a commentary
You're having fun.
when the Winter Witch and the non-combat Cleric are the only two people conscious on the battlefield.
This is how fairies fight. They just want to annoy and pester you.
Okay, well, it's Ordu's turn. Nothing happened for that.
He's like, Alright, here comes another short sword. Whoop, 15 to hit. This is against, Maris, sorry.
They have to move into my square first.
She did, he did, it did.
Yeah, 15 will hit.
Well, one non-lethal and fort safe. You can tell that after, this amount of time, their rage is kind of subsiding into, more, accurate and formal fighting. You're fine.
It's like the only thing I'm rolling well on right now.
The tiger folks are still unconscious.
Holy shit, did you roll 2 4s?
Oh my god, people!
I didn't roll 2 4s, gosh.
A 5 foot here and try to hit it with my quarterstaff.
Clock.
Actually, no, sorry, there was one in my square.
Yes.
But I can't be flanking with Maris because I can't see. Well, I would still be flanking with Maris if I did that. Okay, I'll 5 foot step here and I'll try to hit it.
You can't
Plus
see
2.
Maris. So.
Right, but it's still distracted by her. It's still threatening.
Oh yeah, that's
her.
true. It can see Maris. I don't feel comfortable establishing
Hooray!
establishing this as canon. Okay.
Still not a still not a double digit.
One day. It follows you. A 6 to hit. Combat is fun.
No, wait. The bunny gets to attack. It still has the guard up. Probably not.
Oh, you rolled Barnabas's attack for yours.
Oh, I did.
Yep.
Sorry. Hold on.
Hey!
Holy shit! Okay.
Roll to confirm.
Let me try.
Oh, thank god.
I don't know. Does a 16 confirm?
16 won't confirm, and let me check concealment. You're fine.
Okay, so I do damage. Where's the damage button?
Oh, you're just hitting melee attack. Hit the dice by quarterstaff in attacks. Just scroll down a little bit.
I don't see it down here.
Buh.
Yeah, it's not on my page. It's fine, I know what the damage is.
It's a D8 minus 1. We're good at this. Or D6 minus 1.
D6.
Oh, you don't have any attack. Oh, none of your attacks
I
are there.
have... Yeah, I have a weapon, I don't know. Yeah, 2 damage! And now it hits me. Well, it comes into my square and probably hits me.
It comes into your square, does a 6 to hit.
Nope.
Good times. And that's the 4th round of Ordu and Folren being blind and staggered.
Maris, come to my voice.
Maris.
There's something in my square. In my area.
Yeah, it's weird how whenever we get into fights, these strange grids appear.
Right? But if you come here, you can get flanking with me.
We are abstracting combat to the best of our ability.
Alright, I'll move there so I can see her. And then I will swing at the one that's been attacking her.
Okay.
And I will miss.
It's a 16 with flanking.
16 still misses.
16 still misses. I think we have to hit 17.
Round 8, Ordu. Well, these things are still feeling up to fighting. I just wanted you guys to feel like you were frontline fighters for a while.
Yeah.
I just would like to say that if this goes for 2 more rounds, my obscuring mist is going to go away.
No.
7 rounds of this sleeping unconsciousness, so any more and it will be the end of things. Melindalaura.
My turn already? I thought I just hit it.
There's 4 combatants in this fight.
5 foot step back and I'll try to do it again.
That you can move. It won't be a 5 foot step because now you're in the trees and bushes and such.
Oh, then I'll move, but it gets an A up on me, doesn't it?
Yep.
Nope, concealment.
It doesn't have concealment.
Concealment, no A-ups.
It's in the same square as you. It doesn't have concealment.
Balls. Fine, fuck it.
A 7 to hit.
No. Alright. Uh, 11.
Amur, you are awake and also blind and staggered.
Good morning, kitty. We could use a hand once you're filling up to it.
So let me reset that timer. Okay. Folren is like not participating. This thing is chasing you down. It's mad. Are you still waving around this pixie corpse?
No, I had to drop it to two-hand my stupid staff.
It's an 11 to hit. Okay, hey, Ordu and Folren, you guys are starting to recover too. You're now in the last phase of color spray, which is
Stunned, I think, for 1 round.
it's unconscious, blinded, and stunned, then blinded and stunned, then stunned. So yeah, stunned for a round. So you're gonna lose 1 more round and then you're ready. Maris, you're up.
Maris, it's in my square. I'm over here. This is just
This is
stupid.
really what happens when you, take corpses and wave them around, dude. Okay, I'm gonna take a 5 foot step to there.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to get them to hit me because you're the better one at hitting, and if they're in my square, we can get flanking.
No, it makes total sense. Alright, I'm gonna hit it. Hit that one. Though not so much. That's a 13.
Poof. Alright, Ordu, you are stunned, and you will be able to act next turn.
Just so you know, Adam, Obscuring Mist lasts for a minute, which will be 10 rounds of
I
combat.
think you cast it in the 3rd round, so on round 13.
Okay, I didn't think this fight was going to go so long that it would matter.
It saved you guys, I think, substantially, because their plus to hit with ranged weapons is substantially better than their melee weapons. Ooh, but not this time. 17 to hit on Maris.
That'll do it.
Alright, 1 non-lethal and fort save. You're staggered as this frost starts to grow on your body.
Great. Okay.
I hit the one in her square, because I can't hit the one in my square.
Why can't you hit the one in your square?
Because my reach is like... I thought you had to have a 0 reach if you're hitting something on your square.
I don't know that that's substantially true. If you want to hit the one in your square, that's fine, but I don't want that to be a hard precedent.
Oh, look at that!
I may realize that I'm doing it wrong. Hey, that's a clock.
Where?
Yeah, 5 damage.
You knock it out.
Woo!
Cool.
Honk. Falls to the ground at the edge of the mist. You're free to move. You're free to move now if you like.
Any sort of victory we can gain from like killing these things.
Folren, this is your last round as being stunned, and then you're back to normal. This guy is knocked out, so we'll knock him out of the initiative. Maris, there's one left.
I will attack the one that's left. First thing I'm gonna do is take a 5-foot step
Beautiful flank.
and taking a flank, and then attack the thing. But I miss with a 12.
Alright, this thing is going to say, "You guys are all sons of bitches!" And disengage. And
I am totally okay with that.
Yeah, it'll only disengage from one of us, though, coming out of the square, so...
yeah, and then it moves with concealment, so you don't have any attacks.
Oh, that's true, that's true.
And it takes off. And moments later, everyone comes to, and the obscuring mist is over, and Jesus Christ, what just happened, guys?
I took a nap.
Does anyone have something for this bitchin' headache I got right now?
We got a pixie corpse. Would you like that?
You have 2 pixie
Cover it in
corpses.
chocolate. You can cover them in chocolate.
Enjoy your, extended rest.
Yoshi eats one.
I will hand back the Morning Star to whoever I stole it from.
Me. You are now flanked by a tiger, one of whom's eating a pixie.
I will hand you back your Morning Star.
Thank y'all.
So I hope that communicates how the horror of fighting Fae, not because they're menacing beasts, but because they're tedious and like to be annoying.
I feel like mostly what this has demonstrated is that for some reason our healing cleric and our non-combat witch can kick butt when they have to.
Hooray!
You were outnumbered 3-2. By mysterious ancient creatures from the first world.
Ooh. A quick question. So the staggered condition, like that I'm under, can I do a spellcraft or something to figure out about that? Like what's going on?
That was just from cold damage. It goes away after a round. The ringing in your ear is kind of sticking around longer than you like. You may want to ask for some heal check to have somebody take a look at this.
Can I just check myself? I have heal.
Normally I would say yes, but yeah, go ahead.
Normally I would say yes.
It's difficult because you want to take a look at your ear and see what's wrong, but it's not working because it's on the side of your head.
Alright, I'll ask somebody else to take a look at my ear.
I will do it. I will do it 9 times.
As tedious as that fight was, I was kind of super into it. Oh, Ordu, I need to roll dice for you. I forgot. Sorry.
I can.
It was fun. Like, I liked it. It was simple.
I like your check better.
Ordu gets a 20 on heal. Yeah, you got a pretty bad, like a cut where that little piece of, spike on the Morning Star just kind of nicked the inside of your ear, and it's swelling up a little bit and kind of closing off your ability to hear. But you guys have the right kind of stuff to put on there and kind of make the swelling go down, and you're fine. Otherwise, you'd probably be deaf for a day.
Okay, well, I'd prefer not to be deaf for a day, thank you. Alright, so... what do we want to do? I mean, I don't know what time of day it is at this point, but we've been traveling for a while.
I have an accurate timepiece to keep track of that. It is currently like 10:30 in the morning. But it's about 2 miles to town if you wanted to leave. You could also just kind of chill out for a little while. It wouldn't seem like a terrible idea to grab that guy that you left at the wagon and bring him back to the town.
I'm all for pushing on, because, I mean, the person who was captured, you know, how long can they last? It sounds shady, but that's just me.
I'm inclined to agree, since we are looking for someone who was kidnapped, and...
like a rich person or a lady or someone important. I got the implication of, I can't remember.
Yeah, it was a Taldan noble named Lady Argentea, but you didn't have any you tried to recall who she was or if she was particularly important last session, but didn't really make headway on the knowledge and ability.
Gotcha. But in the end, I'm going to defer to Maris and her knowledge of her abilities to sustain going forward, and everyone else's. Like, if they feel like they're at tapped out, then I mean, I'm not going to push anyone, but I personally would be advocating for going forward if everyone is comfortable with doing so.
I have no spells remaining, but if we do push forward, I won't object. I will simply stay in the back and hope for the best.
Here.
Lots of people fall asleep when they're hanging out with you.
I can't use a crossbow. I'm a witch.
Okay, it's simple. Why can't you?
Crossbows are simple weapons, so I don't think witches have that druid monk kind of restriction.
Yeah, you can totally use a crossbow.
Oh, okay.
I can't use it. I can't use this because I object to violence as a moral obligation.
It's a moral obligation to being a witch. I don't put my hands on it. Gross.
After seeing you shake around a dead pixie, I don't think you object to violence.
Not violence, just like dirty weapons.
I have 2 channels left, 2 spells left, and my 0 levels, so I'm pretty good, I think. We don't have a wand of cure light yet, so
what is this?
I'll be honest.
What is this? Some kind of National Geographic Society?
I'm good for one more combat.
Yeah, I think I could get through one more combat, but after that, I'll need a rest, and we better hope that nobody gets like really seriously injured. Because
I have 2 cure lights as well, and I think
I think we can make it. But I agree that we have to be rational about sort of our plan moving forward. Yeah, because there goes my domain spell.
And not to put too much foreboding on the point here, but one of the pixies did escape.
Okay, we go home. I mean, we can either chase it down, but I don't think we can, because I think we spend some time thinking about stuff.
I will mark a local tree so that I can find the path from here when we come back.
Cool.
Okay. You walk up to one of the trees with all the little dangling bird dolls hanging from it and say, "I know this tree," and give it a scritch.
Ordu, here, have 5 HP.
Oh, sweet. I feel like it's probably not necessary if we're heading back to town, but okay.
That's why I gave it to you.
Okay.
When we get to the encounter, I have an empty spell, so who cares? Okay, let's walk out of here.
The fact that a pixie escaped wasn't supposed to be like, you should run, but you guys took it that way. I just wanted to let you, make sure that was into your action accounting.
If people want to go on, then we can go on. If they don't, then we can go home. It's up to them.
I'm good with going on or going back. Doesn't matter to me. I have 1 spell left.
Maybe the diviner knows what's going to happen next. Hey, Jared, come back to the game.
I think he straight up left. He's like, see ya! Don't know why I stuck around. Outskis.
I told you guys I was quitting this for real. Yo, we done fighting pixies.
To go forward or not?
We're definitely not prepared to fight fairies in any way. I mean, none of us have the stuff for that.
Okay.
Well, that's true.
then
You could think about going back to town and getting some more relevant supplies. Like, maybe that there's some cold iron available. The guy told you.
Did the fairies have anything on their little bodies?
They actually did. You only dropped 2 of them, so there's their little short bows and little short swords, which probably aren't really worth bothering with. But they did have, like, a whole bunch of little tiny coins. Like, little pieces of gold.
We're going to ignore how weird that is and just move on with our lives.
It looks like they're definitely valuable in the, like, you know, tens of golds kind of value, but to get an accurate count, that's what the appraise skill is for.
Okay.
So my advice would be at this point, we go back to town and we come back with the proverbial bear. Because right now, if we have to fight a bunch more fairies, we're going to need some cold iron.
Yeah, cold iron, alchemist fires, maybe, things like that.
I think they're worth $1 million.
You do. This is rare fairy coins. It's the kind where you put one in your bag and then you open it in the morning and it's full.
I'll take the coins until we can figure out how much they're worth.
Alright.
Someone else would like to do an appraise check about them?
Maris, you figured that
Yes.
probably in total it's going to be in the 20 to 25 GP range. So if you wanted to give it a good average, say 25 GP.
That'll be enough to at least get some, I don't know, something.
All right, back to town.
Okay, so you go back, following the trail backwards. You've got all that gear that you buried that you can pick up and deal with. And I also want to remind you that you did pick up a boatload of jewelry and treasure out of this wagon here, which
Does that really belong to us, though?
that's the call you need to make on your own. It did get pilfered out of sight from the man you rescued. His name being you never asked.
He was that weak ass guard, shitty Olfen dude. Can't even lady.
So yeah, when you come creeping out of the woods, he's sitting there by this fire. He definitely looks like he's like substantially stronger. He's gotten some blood back in his face, what's left of it, and it looks like he's just kind of eating on something, waiting for you to return. But when you start coming through the woods, he stands up and he's looking over your shoulders, trying to find lay eyes on the lady. But when you pull out, she's not there, and he says, "Tell me it wasn't the worst."
No, it's not. We got in. We have to recover. We'll go back in a couple hours.
Okay, too much for you as well, then. I don't feel
Yes.
so bad for failing in my duty.
Yeah, we didn't really do any.
A dragon, multiple fairies. It's an interesting day. I'm sure you did your part too. A little bit salty.
He's pretty upset about it. And he says, "Well, when I'm up and on my feet, I'll come swinging as hard as I can by your sides to rescue my lady."
Well, let's head back to town. We'll have a good night's rest, and we'll come again tomorrow.
Yeah. There is. So you remember when you came by, one of the bodies was frozen, in a statue, like. Actually, this right here next to Maris. It was what he said was his captain. That statue has started to fall apart and melt. His limbs are mostly like just kind of this bloody, mushy, gross. that's falling to pieces.
Yeah, so gross.
But he does have a very fine-looking heraldic breastplate. There's all kinds of nobility and sigils on it, and from some talented noble. You're guessing it's related to this lady you're trying to save, as well as a very, very mechanically fine longsword. Which you will have to kind of pry out of his frozen hand.
Ordu, can you take a longsword? Are you dex based?
I am currently strength based until I either take something that fixes that.
Yeah, so
I can put my ability both ways.
Everybody wants a name brand breastplate or a masterwork longsword. It is available.
Nope. The cleric might though. The cleric, you want me tankier?
Oh, I mean, I'll take the breastplate, I guess. Sure. It's would not be her choice of item, but she'll take it.
It is the best plate.
Well, Gozreh has a thing against metal.
And you do get the sense that, like, because of the heraldry and emblazonry work on this breastplate, it wouldn't be particularly easy to sell because folks may not want to be caught dealing in noble's armor. But the sword, worst case, is very valuable, and pretty much anybody would take it.
Okay.
Alright, so you can grab this guy and make the long trek back to Hildren.
We bring back the wagon too. I'll drag it.
The wagons are busted and broken. You're not going to get anything out of them.
I said one of them was good.
I mean, it was still standing, but it's in disrepair.
Can I spend 20 minutes trying to get it together and I'll drag it back?
Do you have ranks in disable device?
I'll take a look. Do we have a rogue? Oh, he's a barbarian right now.
Yeah, about that. No, even if I did actually have rank in DD, I wouldn't bother with this part.
Really?
No, we can send coworkers or peasants back into town later on. Like, it's not a concern of us to carry all this heavy ass car back.
Alright, fine. We leave it.
It's like trying to push a car that has no power steering right now. Fuck that.
I'm strong. But okay, we leave it.
Okay. So you make it back to town. The first thing you think of when you come back is you probably want to put this guy up somewhere. He definitely, you can tell Marith that he's gonna need some long-term medical care. More than likely he's gonna lose some fingers and toes.
Well, who was asking where he was planning on staying when they arrived in town? If they already had a contract ahead set up for a place for him and his ladies and the other rest of the guards to stay. If they don't, we'll work something out with the local inn. Or if he can't afford that, or no one will take him, we can pass him on over to the circus.
I'm not joining the circus, you dolt. He tells you that they weren't visiting Hildren per se, they were on their way to Apara. Hildren is just one of the stops between Apara and Zemar. So we would have stayed for a night, maybe two, and moved along on our way. Lady Melisani had business there.
Okay, so did you or did you not already have lodging prepared for your arrival when you stopped over here?
No, but I can handle that on my own. That's fine.
Go to the druid. Go to the druid. Druids cares about the snow, and we have someone who's frostbitten. That's a good sign.
What druid are you talking about?
What's up?
What druid are you talking about?
We brought the pumpkins to a druid last time.
You brought the pumpkins and stuff to a person named Tesserae Willowbark, who owned an apothecary. She didn't really present as a druid. She seemed to be more of like a scholar of plants. So calling her an explicit druid might be a bit of a stretch. But yeah, you could bring him there if you want to.
Let's go there. Hola. Doggo! Sorry guys, gotta go.
Oh, okay.
We get rid of that guy.
You guys just want to dump him off? You don't want to deal with him anymore?
Well, he said he could take care of it himself.
Okay. Alright, you get him to the inn. He says he's going to, he said he would
search, so we'll come find it in the morning and see if he's filling up for it.
Okay. Alright, so we have a little bit of gear processing that we kind of need to do here, but I don't know if you guys want to do this at the table or do it off, because we have all that gear we picked up, plus an additional 25 gold pieces that we probably want to transfer into whatever available supplies there are. What kind of things would you rank as your order of importance for buying? Because I know you kind of want cold iron weapons, which may be hard to find.
The only gear thing that I'm really looking for is getting a hold of some thieves' tools somehow, which may or may not be easy to do.
I'd like to get a wand of mage armor at some point.
You're in a very small village. Getting like that kind of a pricey thing may be out of range.
Okay.
But like more specific, like, you know, player's handbook adventuring gear kind of stuff. These things exist, and I just need to know if you want to go looking for them, or if you want to ask around to try and find out if anybody has any particularly.
Well, if we're going to be traveling out of town a lot, and it's a lot of snow, and like harder and harder for us to get back, we probably need like rope and tents and pots and stuff for like camping and all that good stuff.
Cold weather gear, if it's available, even though it's technically the middle of summer.
Well, you're in a place that does have regular winter, so getting cold weather gear is not out of the question. You're having that summer sale in Frozen. But if you guys want to take a look at the forum post where Jared has been the bee's knees and written up how much everything is valued, and if you want to sell it and do some on-screen calculator work, you can figure out how much money you have.
Okay. This almost sounds like a stopping point.
It's a pretty good, reasonable stopping point. We can do a shopping list. We can break down. So maybe in the old forum post, we go over what needs to be sold and what needs to be kept, and then give each other, like, we get a big pool of money. And I don't think we're at the point where we need to start divvying up cash yet. We maybe want to divest everything into buying supplies. That's my recommendation. Whether or not that's specifically cold iron weapons for the fighters or camping gear for everybody, that's up for you guys. But I think the collaboration is very good. Plus, getting out of the session is kind of neat.
I don't think I really want any of that gear for my session.
I can't use any of it, so. except
And-
maybe the masterwork dagger. We should probably keep that, but the rest of the stuff.
And the mysterious Ulfin man, who you don't know the name of, he is kind of squeamish about you selling it. He knows that that's why you're bringing all this gear back, but he understands that it's to avenge his fallen brothers. So he hopes you get good deals on everything.
Look, we're sorry for selling your brother's things, but if we're going to go and try to avenge them for you, we need to get what we need.
I agree. It's a necessary evil.
I'm cool with selling the Masterwork Dagger. I mean, unless you feel like we're going to get... We really need that +1 to hit with daggers.
I think the people that are using the dagger, like you and me, need that +1.
I do not want it. I'd rather have 100 some gold or whatever.
For insurance purposes.
Well, what if you get, like, grappled or something? You don't want it then?
Well, I mean, I'm not ever going to have the free hand to take the dagger out anyway. Like,
He will always see it coming. He's a diviner. If he gets grappled, he's doing his job wrong.
You guys hear me?
We can.
Cool. What I miss?
We're gonna stop.
I guess I don't mind selling it.
if it was like a +1 dagger, then sure, maybe. But a Masterwork,
It's a +1
if
to
I'm,
hit.
if,
The hitting is
Yeah,
what
it's just
part that
nothing.
matters.
not really, because my strength is like 10, so I'm going to do a whole lot of 4 damage.
Okay, so the Masterwork chain shirt, the crossbows, and the bolts are pretty much the only thing that everyone is 100% on keeping. I'll go ahead and post this is how much cash you have after selling everything else. Did anybody want to keep that breastplate?
Nope. Nothing.
Did anybody want to keep that Masterwork longsword?
Nope.
I mean, I'm assuming that Badguard can wear the breastplate, but I don't know if he has an equivalent of it already.
Who is Badgar?
The Badguard.
Oh, you don't even know what his name is. He is not going to be able to fight anytime soon. Like he's going to be down for, if not a day, then possibly even the rest of his life. Like, just to fast forward to things, you go to pick him up in the morning. He's not at the inn anymore because he was basically dragged to the temple, the little shrine to Rastal, where he is in the process of his like hands and feet and face turning black and starting to peel off.
Sasha, what are you doing, bro? You're making like a tremendous amount of racket.
Yes, I
Me?
believe.
Sorry. Petting a dog and feeding it crackers.
Cool story. All right, well, that's what I'll call the session. We'll do our shopping between sessions, and we'll start the next one ready to go back and investigate here.
Did we get a nap in here?
Yes, we will probably be fully rested at the start of the next day. And this is probably a little bit of a time that we can, like, not really downtime, but spend time in Cauldron.
I have to run, guys. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
my-
We may basically spend some time in Heldren this day getting to know the place a little better, because we did kind of run out of here real fast last time, and you've basically got. It's not that you have time to kill; it's that logistically resting here is weird, and I'm not going to punish you over the time over that.
Okay.
Sure.
Cool. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Alright.
Goodbye.
Guys.